So we're on the 21st, and I can tell you I'm exhausted. I feel like I've upgraded, downgraded, integrated, and the body is needing a moment, a breath to integrate. But one thing that came really strong to me, and it's going to be the new focal point of the direction I move into, that I wanted to share with all of you, is I am an energy that is meant for creation. I create. And I'm creating my own trajectory. So if you're not interested in that ride, well, there's several people out there creating the same trajectory. And that is the Atlantean and Lemurian era overlaid onto the heaven and earth thing. And the way that you do it, as I shared with you before, is that you are here in this reality system. Therefore, you're affecting the collective. You're affecting your individual, and you're affecting your ancestry. And you need to go inside, traverse your inner world, and then bring it out here. But, and the way you bring it out here is you experience it there. So let's see if I can repeat that. Go inside, experience it inside first, and then bring that vision here now. And I've realized that we're going to have to do it together. That's not bad. I didn't mean to sound hesitant in the way in which I'm stating it. But there are many people creating many different realities. Let's get more into that. And they're creating the different realities. Some will talk about, like I heard a blogger today speak on how she did a remote viewing, and she saw the president and what they were going to do and how the world's going to go. And, you know, she's talking about it from a 3D perspective, linear, on the way in which things have the right to progress because of our awakening. Well, I'm going to share with you that things can progress in this awakening any which way you imagine it, and how you imagine. So it's going to happen two ways, right? It's all happening the same way. God, this is more difficult to explain than I thought. This person is imagining that from which she is creating as her hope, right? And she believes it with all her fiber, that she knows that to be true. She knows that to be true, so therefore she is collectively and on a trajectory with that flux and flow, right? And in the process of that, she is going to actually live that. She's going to get her reality that she desires. She's going to live in the desired reality that she wants, because she is already determined that's how it's going to be. I couldn't tell her. You wouldn't be able to tell her. No one would be able to tell her any different. She is moving like a freight train on that visionary. Some people have visions that aliens are coming and that they're going to go up into their ship, that's their family, their crew. That will happen because they believe it to be so true in their fiber. I think you get where I'm going with all this. Is this reality system is now up for grabs. You're grabbing your creative consciousness to create whatever it is that you so desire. Personally, this whole system, in my opinion, the government system and all that stuff, I'm just like, I'm like, delete. For me, it is about love, monitoring self through love. So it isn't about police officers and all that stuff. It's about higher awareness of self and living through that higher awareness. Also, definitely bringing back online all the most amazing creatures and animals, right? So you know how I feel, fairies and beautiful dragons, and the list goes on, where animals and plants and people all converse, and we I don't even see us eating. I see us respecting one another, down to a tree and a rock and a crystal, and everything that I've connected with, you know, all the crystals and the energies in which I'm connecting with, they want that existence too. So this isn't about a human experience for me. So now I'm letting you into my vision, right? This isn't a human experience for me. This is about understanding everything is an energy and it has a right to be acknowledged as that. Everything that is energy wants to be loved. The tree wants to be loved, and it wants to give love. By the way, this is my reality. And obviously you can have your own reality. And, you know, maybe our realities will start to blend. So in my reality, the consciousness of a rock, of a mountain, is wanting to be acknowledged and to be loved, just like us. And in my reality, we are acknowledging and we are bringing awareness into it. Now, this is a very fair cry from what you and I in this physical reality would say is true. But if you look back on my videos yesterday, you could see that the energy from the earth and the energy from the sky were combining. They were clouds, but they were different shapes, and that's different energy, right? But they were all combining. And I was like, oh my God, like the magic is happening. And then I listened to that YouTube girl today, and I realized that's my magic. That's my heaven on earth. That's what my soul's DNA molecules are moving towards. And it's really important for you to figure out where your molecules are moving towards. And then that's, you know, who you should line yourself up with. So the moment I heard what she was lining up with, you know, I was like, delete, remove from watch list, unsubscribe. I'm not going on her trajectory. I'm not going to interlink my energy with that mindset, right? So even I'll go through my watch list, or I'll go through anything that surrounds me, right? Clothing, food, pictures in my phone, everything. And I look to see, does that support this, I want to sing the world, a whole new world. Oh, damn. Does that support it? Same thing with thoughts, same thing with energies, right? Anything I surround myself with, does that support this whole new world, or does it not? And if it doesn't, it's time to let it go. So I may be your time to let go, or I may be the next piece to your incorporation into what reflects you and your thing. But we are definitely bringing forth our imagination. Have no doubt about that. And the imagination that we bring forth will be the reality in which we step into. And there's someone just like you out in the world, so don't you worry about it. And for me, I just can't wait to have it here now. In the interim, it's my next phase is to really, go out of my way to ensure that I am lining up that love. Now, how do I do that in my world? Hold in you can picture it in your mind. So some people are really great visual people. My visuals are a little wonky. I work on it. Or you can hold your, let's say, something here, right? Tangible here now. And it can be anything. So let's just say for me, it's a crystal, right? So I hold that crystal and I love it. I connect with it. I acknowledge it. I become that from which I want to live in, right? I acknowledge that crystal and I say, oh my gosh, what an honor it is to be with you here now. And I'm so grateful. And then that in object thing that you think does not have any energy in it or does not think or feel starts communicating back. And you can do that with anything, a tree, a flower, a bird in the sky, anything. It's really, the world is your oyster, but it's taking that heart connection and connecting with it, acknowledging it, bringing that love and that respect for all things here and now. Allowing yourself to, another piece is allowing yourself to, imagine, what it felt like when there were dragons and what it felt like when there were fairies. These aren't stories. They're a time in which they exist from a time in which you were probably around and have forgotten since that time. That's what's so cool about all this. So welcome, and we'll be doing lots of it together. And if this is where we sign off and this is not your trajectory, I totally and 100% respect that, and I wish you nothing but love along your trajectory, along your journey. And it was fun. Peace.